So this is it. This is the year. This is the year you've decided you are finally going to get your digital product, your online course, whatever it is, out into the world. But if you never sold anything before, how do you sell it? Now, I'm sure you've seen a whole lot of crazy complicated plans out there, and I'm here to tell you don't need any of that. You can keep it really simple, and I'm going to break down your step-by-step plan to creating your first 5 or more online product sales right now. You ready? Well, let's dive on in. Hey guys, it is Kate here from Hello Funnels and welcome back to the Doing It Online podcast. For those who don't know me, super quick introduction. I am your friendly neighborhood super nerd who is here to help you create 5, 6, even 7-figure sales of your online courses and products in the next 12 months using super fun, super nerdy, not at all sleazy or scary funnels. So now we've got that covered off, let's talk about today's topic, and that is your first 5 sales. Exciting, isn't it? So if you're watching this, I'm just going to assume that you are someone who hasn't made either any or have only made a couple of sales so far. And you're like, you know what? I want this to be easier, because when you sit down and you look at your idols or the gurus that you're following, the way that they're selling, it's pretty complex, right? And it's very time consuming. They are creating massive, beautiful sales pages, which take time. They are writing out endless emails. They are hiring copywriters and graphic designers. They are sitting down and recording beautifully high production value content. They are doing webinars, they're doing challenges, they're doing so many things. And my goodness, if you don't want to take a nap after that list, then you've had more coffees than me today. So how do you do it simply, right? Well, before we dive into the plan, I wanted to just give you one little truth bomb, one thing to sit and think about. Because the fact of the matter is, sales, marketing, and creating offers, they are all skills, okay? They're not luck. Some people guess it, but really to be able to do it over and over again and do it for a long period of time, which is what you want to be able to do in a business, these are skills. Now, when you're getting started, it's not fair to assume that you're going to have that same level of skills as those people that you are looking at, as those people who you follow on Instagram who've been doing this for 5 years, sometimes 10 years, sometimes present company included 17 years, and over that time, just through practice, through putting in the reps, your skills are going to increase. You're going to get better at stuff. You're going to be able to do stuff faster. You're going to be able to do more complicated stuff. But when you're right at the start, I don't want you to feel bad that your skills aren't there yet. And I also don't want you trying to bite off more than what your current skill level is going to let you do. So instead, I've got a plan for you that is designed to meet you where you are at, which is at the beginning, and that's fine. And it's going to help you to get started even with a lower level skill set and help you to quickly upskill because you're getting those runs on the board, because you're out there and actually doing it, so that next time you're going to create an offer or the next time you run a promotion, you'll be able to do it even better, even faster, and with even more sales. Sound good? Excellent. Now let's break down the 5 steps to creating your first 5 or more sales. So the very first thing is, and I would highly recommend that this one is followed to the letter. But the very first thing you want to do is you want to create a no-brainer, low-stakes offer. Now, if you've been listening to any of my other podcasts or following me for a while, you've probably heard me talk about a hell's yes offer. That's not what this is. This is the step before that. Like I said, this is the offer with the training wheels on. This is the offer that is going to be so easy to sell that it doesn't matter if your messaging is off, if your sales page is terrible, if your audience is tiny. We want to get that level. We're not so much worried about things like longevity and whether it makes sense for your business 5 years from now. What we want to do is we want to get the runs on the board. I also call this a dip your toe offer. So it's an offer that is so easy to sell, so easy to create, that it allows you to get those first skills to actually make those first sales, to set up those first things you need to set up, so that next time you're like, oh, okay, I got this. I know how to do this. And you're going to have that first little bit of data as well I'm a nerd, I love data, that is going to help you know that next time I want to do more of this and less of that, and it's going to make your sales even better. So, what is a toe dip offer or a no-brainer offer? There's a few pieces here, a few, things to check. So first of all, let's make it easy for ourselves and let's go for something that is a low price investment, because let's be honest, selling something that is $7, $27, even $97 is a hell of a lot easier than selling something that is $1,000 or $5,000 or even $500. People come into it with a different level of expectation, and people need a different level of sophistication in their marketing, their messaging, and all of the other pieces around it. So as I said, training wheels on, we want to keep it simple. So I want you to go out and have a look, like when you're thinking like, what does this mean for you and your audience and your niche? Because a low priced offer for some audiences, as I said, $7, but others, it might be $100. It really depends. So I would go out there and I'd have a look and I would see what is the range of, for the type of problem that you're going to be fixing, what is the price range that's already sort of out there that people are used to? And I would firmly place yourself right at the very bottom of that. It's okay. You're going to explain to people why it's so cheap, but it's just going to make your life easier. The second thing is we want to keep this small and specific. So again, you don't need crazy specific messaging, big long sales pages, any of that stuff. You want to show them how to do one thing, or you want to solve one small specific problem. So we're not here to tell them how to create an online business. We're going to show them how to set up a landing page. All right? Specific. The next thing you're going to do alongside the low price is that you're going to actually say that this is actually a founding members price, or that it's got a beta members discount on it. So you're going to be upfront with people, say, this is new, okay? The reason that you're getting it at this price is because it's the first time I'm selling it. It's probably still being created. So this also helps to set their expectations. And it means that usually people who do purchase, they're a little bit more understanding if they get in there and everything's not perfectly polished, which it won't be, okay? Perfection is not the goal here. Getting those first sales is. The next thing, as I said, I'm giving you a few things to check off here. So whatever idea you're thinking of your first thing, it doesn't have to be the thing you're going to sell forever. We just want this to be something you can sell. It's your practice run, okay? It's going to mean that you're going to upskill enough so that that next thing that you sell can be the thing. But let's start with that practice run first. Okay, back to the bullet points. So the next really important thing is it needs to be something really easy for you to create. So we're not talking about a 6 weeks multi-module online course with 100 videos and templates and all of that stuff in it. Again, that can be your next thing if that makes sense for you. For this, what I would recommend, the first thing you do is you sell a workshop or a training, a single video, one preferably that you can do for the very first time live to those first couple of people who purchase. But if that scares you too much, you can pre-record. That's totally fine. But it's just like, here's a masterclass where I'm going to show you how to do this one thing, and maybe there's some PDFs or a couple of templates with it, but we're not getting too crazy. We're solving one problem simply in a way that's easy to create. And another little bonus tip, you're not going to create it until you've sold it, okay? We want to make sure that we are using this toe dip to also test and make sure that people actually want the thing that you're going to sell. So, because sadly, not every single one of our amazing ideas are always ones that other people are just as excited about. So, low price investment, founding members pricing or discount, something that's easy to create, something that is small and specific. And the other thing that I think is really great to add, particularly when it's the first time that you're selling something, is if it makes sense to do so, is to say that you're going to include, just for this special like beta round or these first X number of people who buy, is that they're going to get some extra support. You're going to be in there answering questions. You're going to have some extra group calls, all the stuff that you probably wouldn't do, definitely not at this price point in the future. As I said, you want to make this so irresistible that doesn't matter how bad your sales page, how bad anything else is, people are going to be looking at this and go, this value is insane. I have to have it. That is what you want from this original offer. And the final thing that you need to make sure, not just with this offer, but with any offer, when you go out and you start sharing it, is you've got to give people a reason to act now. So what that normally means is that you're going to either give them a deadline to act by. I probably wouldn't do that specifically with your very first offer unless you've got a large audience and list already, because it might just take a little bit of more time for you to get in front of enough people to get those first sales. Instead, I would switch it to giving people some kind of incentive to be the first X number of people. And because the goal here is to get your first 5 sales, I would make that scarcity element be available for the first 5 people to buy. So maybe you're only taking 5 people into this new offer. Or if you're not wanting to limit yourself and you think you've got a bit of an audience and you should be able to get a few more sales than that, then the first 5 people get something extra special, whether it is a one-on-one with you, which by the way is amazing market research, or they get another little bonus, or I don't know, there's so many different options you can do now, but you want to give them a reason to not sit down and think about it, but to act and act quickly. All right. That's number 1. That's actually the longest and chunkiest one, guys. So don't worry. The next are pretty quick. Okay, so step 2 is I don't want you to worry about a fancy sales page. Okay, no fancy sales pages here. In fact, the sales page I love best for any initial offers, whether it's your very first time selling anything or it's just a new offer you are testing and you've been doing this for years, is actually a Google Doc. So you can actually create a Google Doc sales page that works just as well. I have seen really established gurus out there selling $25,000 programs from a Google Doc. So it is fine for your $97 or $27 masterclass. So all you need to do is get a really good template. I wouldn't try and wing this one. If you are in our eCourse Empire program or in our 14 Days to Sales Challenge program, then you have access to our AI template and you can whip this up really fast. All right, step number 3. So now you've created the offer. You've got a really simple sales page to be able to go and share it so that people know what it's about, why they need to jump in now, all the details. All right, how do you actually start getting those sales? So the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to go out and ask your networks. There is no shame in this, guys. When you are getting started, people are happy to help. So you're going to go to your networks and you're going to say, hey, you know what? I'm really excited. I'm creating this brand new thing. And for the first few people who join, it's going to be such amazing value. They're going to get this, 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 and this. If you know anyone you think might be interested or that this might be relevant to or who might need help with this, it would be so great if you could just share this link with them. That's all it has to take. So ask friends, ask family, ask colleagues, ask ex-clients, share it on your own social media, share it on your Facebook, share it on your LinkedIn. Just share it everywhere. Use those networks first. And particularly when the goal here is the first 5 sales, I think you'd be surprised how often you hit that first 5 sales just doing that, just sending out some emails and shooting some people some DMs. It can really be that simple. But if you find yourself in a place where maybe your networks and your particular niche don't have that much crossover, that's okay as well. You never know who people might have a friend of a friend that they can pass along to. But if you're not hitting those first numbers with that one step, then we move on to the next one. And that is where, again, this one is with the proviso that you have a bit of a social media following, even if it's a handful of people and maybe a bit of a list. But you want to make sure that you now get promoting. You're now going to get out there and start talking about it. You're going to tell people how excited you are about it. And the key here is being honest and direct. You're not trying to be clever. You're not trying to do anything fancy or fluffy. You're literally going to go out and go, hey guys, I've created this thing. I'm so excited. Let them see how excited you are. Because when you're excited, then they get excited. Tell them why it's great. Tell them why it's such a great offer, because it is. If you followed step 1, it is an unbelievable offer and it'd be crazy not to take it up if it's relevant to them. So we're going to be honest, going to be direct. You're going to get them to care. You're going to get them to share your excitement. And anyone you see who is engaging with any of these messages. So if you're sending out an email, have a look in your email system. If you're seeing people who are opening and clicking, then I would personally reach out to them. Same with your social media. If someone is liking your post or commenting on your post, then I would be personally DMing them and saying, hey, I saw you were interested. Did you want to have a chat? Did you want more information? We've only got 3 spots left. If you wanted to grab one, if you've got any questions before you jump in, it can be as simple as that, guys. We don't need to make this fancy. All right. Step number 5, the final thing you need to do is keep on sharing and keep on asking. And I know you might be thinking like, oh, isn't this overkill? I've already sent a couple of emails. I've put it on social media. I've asked all my friends and family, surely that's enough. And actually the answer is no. After years and years of doing this, I am never surprised by just how often and how frequent you need to actually go out and talk about your offers, and how sometimes even you feel like everyone in the world should know you have this offer. And then someone emails you and is like, hey, do you have courses? And you're like, what? I've just been promoting this thing for 2 weeks, in 1,000 places. I've sent all these social media and all these, what do you mean? Because the thing is, the way the algorithms work is that even if you have a bunch of followers, 5% of them see your stuff. The way the emails work is if you're even with a good open rate, you're getting 25% of people even opening your emails. So there's a good chunk of people who won't hear about it, even though they follow you, even though they're on your list. And then even the ones that do, they might read it, go, oh, that's cool. And then there's a cat meme that comes directly after, which they think is hilarious. They send it to a friend, they go down that rabbit hole, and it's lost. It's gone. It's forgotten. So you need to keep telling people. There's also this great stat out there, which every time I hear it, the number's gotten higher, but about how often people need to hear about something these days. So it used to be 7 times. It was this magical number. If someone heard about something 7 times, that was enough for them to have enough trust and information and education to make the decision to buy. Now it is more than double that. So again, if you're sending 2 emails to your list and thinking you're done, you are not. I have seen the course launch plans in some massive 7 and 8 figure businesses, and some of them send up to 100 emails per launch. Obviously not all to everybody. There's segments and segments within segments and retargeting and all of this stuff, and you don't need to worry about all of that. But just, I want you to know that those couple of emails you sent and those couple of posts that you've made, they are scratching the surface. So if you haven't hit your numbers yet, keep on going, okay? Keep on showing up. I heard this amazing story the other day from a peer of mine who said that they made over 90% of their sales on the last day of their promotion. So could you imagine that you were sitting there and you'd had maybe, again, we're looking here at smaller numbers and they were selling hundreds, but they would have had a real trickle of sales. And if they decided to just pull the pin, they would have missed out on 90% of their sales. So keep on going, keep on showing up, keep on promoting. Worst case scenario, even if you don't make the sales that you want, by going out there, by sharing your stories, you will have let people know what you're about, how you can help them. And you'll also have this great information about the kinds of messaging people have responded to, the kinds that they haven't. Nothing is a failure. It is all great data. It's all going to help you upskill, and it's all going to mean that next time you make even more sales more easily. So recap that, guys. Let me just go through the 5 points one more time again. Number 1 is the very first thing you sell. Please do yourself a favor and make sure it is a no-brainer, low stakes, specific, easy to create offer with scarcity or urgency, also known as a reason to buy now. Number 2, do not waste your time on fancy sales pages. You do not need to. A Google Doc that explains all of the information of the offer, why they should jump in now, has a big clear link for them to click to buy. That's all that you need. And if you've got a great template like the one we have inside our program, then you can whip it up in under an hour. Number 3, hit the pavement and start asking your networks to share. Make it easy for them though, guys. Maybe even give them the link to share, explain who it's for, why it's a great offer. You could even write them out a little post that they could copy and paste and share onto their LinkedIn profile or share on their Facebook group or on their Facebook page. Anything you can do to make it easier for them, amazing. Number 4 is we're going to be direct and honest and get real with the people who do already follow us. That means sharing our excitement. That means letting people know that this is new, that it's amazing, that it's the only time they're going to get it for this. And also investing some time in doing some personal outreach. It makes a big, big difference, particularly when your numbers are small. And last but not least is keep on sharing, keep on asking. I promise you, you're going to feel like everyone in the world knows about it, and they don't. Sending just that one more email or showing up just that one more time could be the thing that makes all the difference. So don't get discouraged, keep on showing up, and you will start to see sales. Now, of course, guys, if you would like this broken down even further, if you would like templates and timings and like day-by-day plans, we actually have an awesome little mini course that you can grab. It is called 14 Days to Sales Challenge. It's going to take you through all of this step by step. We've got checklists, we've got calendars, we've got templates for everything. It makes it so super easy. You can speed it up. You don't have to do it over 14 days. We just want to make it literally like do one simple thing a day so that even my 5-year-old could do it. If that sounds like something that's going to be helpful to you, I'll pop the link below. You can grab it, jump in, and get selling. And when you do, guys, make sure you come back. You let us know. I can't wait to celebrate with you your very first sales. And if you know anyone who you think could benefit from this, who you know has got it on their to-do list to get their first product or offer out into the world, it would mean the world to me if you could share this with them, or even, drop us a like, send us a DM. It's my mission to help as many people as possible to make more sales more easily using funnels. And this is the first place for them to start. So hope you love this episode, guys. Have an amazing week, and I will see you back same time, same channel with more nerdy goodness. I'll see you then. Bye.